Well, a few weeks ago, Guy Berard, host of Jazz at the 10 Spot, sent me a link, an email link to a video. I can't even remember what it was at this point. But I clicked on it, and it took me to a site called jazzonthetube.com. And I watched this video, and then I looked around the site a little bit, and it turns out you can subscribe for free to this service. And so now every night I get an email from jazzonthetube.com that has a fresh link, and every night there's a new video. Actually, I usually catch the link in the morning and get to start my day watching a new jazz video. And it's a lot of old stuff, a lot of rare stuff, really, really terrific videos and clips from television, from movies, from concerts, and so forth. And I just thought, this is so simple and so terrific. I want to find out more. And so I got in touch with the founder of jazzonthetube.com. His name is Ken McCarthy. He lives down in the Hudson Valley, just a few hours from here. In fact, he told me whenever he's driving up the Northway to Montreal, he always tunes into North Country Public Radio. I was glad to hear that. So I got Ken on the phone a few days ago to find out more about jazzonthetube.com. Can you just describe Jazz on the Tube for me? Can you describe the service, how it works, and what people can expect if they sign up?
Absolutely. JazzOnTheTube.com is a very simple service. First of all, it's free. Second of all, it's a searchable database of jazz videos. So, you want to see Eric Dolphy, you want to see Charles Mingus, you want to see John Coltrane, just type in the name and a whole bunch of links will come up. All the videos are screened, so it's not like going through YouTube where you have to sometimes go through a whole bunch of stuff to find a good one. We tend to pick the cream of the crop. So it's searchable, and it's also a directory. So if you you want to see a lot of Miles Davis videos, you can just go click the Miles Davis link, and all those videos will be there.
Why did you start it?
I'll tell you why. That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. It might be 30 years ago. You couldn't see. It was hard to see jazz video anywhere. There was no internet to see it on. And to even see people like, Lester Young or John Coltrane on video was an expedition. And I remember taking a trip from central New Jersey to New York City, hour and a half each way, to go to the Museum of Broadcasting just to see one clip of Lester Young and Billie Holiday performing. And it was a whole day expedition, and I considered it like one of the most valuable uses of my time ever, just to see those few minutes of them performing together. And so as soon as the internet made it possible to make video available, I was like, well, let's take all that great video that's out there and make it available to everybody.
I'm wondering, when did you discover that the internet could be a good vehicle for promoting jazz?
Oh, right away. I did. It was because I used to be in the jazz business back in the early '80s. And in fact, going even further back, my roommate in college was Stanley Jordan. I don't know if people recognize the name, but great guitar player. Has had a lot of good selling albums,
and has that amazing tapping technique that he revolutionized, really.
Exactly, and we were roommates, and I used to produce jazz concerts, and I briefly managed Indian Navigation, which isn't a well-known label. It was sort of I won't say it was a hobby label. It was a serious label. And they were the first to record Chico Freeman and Anthony Davis and Jay Hogarth and a whole bunch of other, they were called the Young Lions back in the 80s. So I've been in the jazz industry on and off since I was a teenager. So as soon as I saw the internet, I immediately thought, hey, let's use this to promote jazz. And then I built Ornette Coleman's first website back in the mid-90s.
What are some of your favorites? What are some of your favorite videos that you've uncovered?
Well, I love that 1950s recording, a video. I forget who, maybe it was CBS did it with Lester Young and Billie Holiday, and a whole bunch of other. I think Ben Webster was there too. To me, that just is the most amazing piece of footage ever. I love Lester Young, and to be able to see him as he performs is just a blessing. It's just a blessing. So that's one of the big ones. I love Wes Montgomery. I love seeing Wes play guitar. I love seeing the guys, and the gals do their thing. And because so often this music is disembodied, we hear it and we love it and it's great and we're so happy to be able to hear it. But this music came from specific human beings, and it makes it, to me, an even richer experience when you can see them at work and realize the personalities behind the music too.
Are you finding that as time goes on, that there are more and more rarely seen or maybe never before seen gems that are showing up on YouTube and other places?
Absolutely. I mean, we keep uncovering stuff. In fact, we celebrate musicians' birthdays, so we had a Charles Mingus Day not too long ago, and Eric Dolphy was on a lot of the clips, and I didn't know any of this footage existed. You know, I didn't know so much footage of Eric Dolphy existed. There's actually a lot of it, and I had no clue until we started digging into the YouTube. And you're right, people are, you know, I don't know whether they're finding it in their closets or where they're finding this stuff, but new stuff is getting posted every day. It's a miracle.
And every day every evening I get a little email that links me to a new video. How many subscribers do you have to the service?
Well, miraculously, we are right on the edge of 20,000 active email subscribers. And you know, our ultimate aim of JazzOnTheTube.com is to remind people, hey, go out and see this music live. You know, if someone's in your town, get off the sofa, you know, and get out there and watch them play. That's the ultimate aim, and we hope the videos kind of remind people on a daily basis that, hey, this music looks good as well as sounds good.
That's Ken McCarthy, the founder of JazzOnTheTube.com. You should check it out. It's a really nice site with some terrific jazz. And thanks to Guy Berard for turning me on to JazzOnTheTube.com. I had no idea this site existed, and now just can't get enough of it.